Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel Indigo Angel. I hope everyone is doing well after my Ascending to Andromeda video. The feedback from the video has been exciting to say the least, so thank you. And always, if you resonate with my videos, please hit the notifications bell and like and share this video. Satnam, and sending so much love to you. Now, today I have a special video regarding the Hydra Constellation and the Serpent, Snake, and Cobra Bloodline, Grail Line, and Starseed lineage connections to this magnificent Stargate origin. To the Hydra celestial segment cosmic influence in the ecliptic southern ripening plane of the sky, and why Miss Hydra is so alluring, mystical, and magical, yet feels dangerous and yet a part of you all at the same time. This constellation carries all the power of the serpent, called the entwiner, the clinging star, the coil, the strands of DNA, and Kundalini life force. This is the 9th lunar nakshatra, Ashlesha, and this connection to the number 9 that the Hydra constellation has, as the serpent essentially is that ever regenerating life force energy, and it also is resembled by the number 9, which would also be that coming into completion, coming into wholeness, coming into full cycle, coming into all there is before you go into double digits, before you go into another dimension. So 9 is, 3, 6, 9 is that number of fruition. And so it all goes into that serpent energy and that Kundalini life force energy. This constellation also has solar and lunar power. It's life and death, it's light and dark, it's good and evil, it's wisdom and blind passion, it's healing and poison, it's preserving yet destroying, and it has these qualities of regeneration, renewal, life force, killing, healing, secrets, curses, magic. It's rhythmic, it's sex, it's intimacy, it's seduction, and it's spells. So it's a pretty profound energy. It's a pretty profound Stargate resonance and attunement in mythology to planet Earth. But there is a pagan-like theme in those qualities, telepathically feeling the primal forces of consciousness attached to your ancestor self and ground into the memory banks of their lifetime and existences of soul versus human versus serpent cataclysm timelines. So essentially, this serpent energy awakens this deep etheric ancestral fragmentation for over 2,000 years of divinity being taken and removed, which would be ultimately the loss of nature consciousness, the honoring of nature as sacred, the earth is sacred, the mother is sacred, the moon is sacred. And I do feel that this artificial satellite deal with the moon is bullshit. It's just another negative alien agenda to infect fear and the phantom matrix dissolution into fertile minds. Anyone who understands the alchemical, elemental, synergistic relationship between the earth and the moon would feel to be true that this is in the least a natural satellite with everything to do with our truest natural existence on earth. So everything of our past, of the divine feminine, was demonized. Everything of the goddess was essentially demonized for a long period of human history. Now we're transitioning out of this way of consciousness and into the androgynous, collective, sacred feminine consciousness of the aquatic interstellar wave infusions of 2019. This star system is so profoundly connected to the direct soul genetic lineages of Mary Magdalene, the one true disciple, the Essenes, the Yeshua Sananda, Melchizedek, Jesus Christ lineages, the Emerald Covenant lineages with predetermined ascension codes in the 12 to 48 DNA strand matrix. But mostly how it's connected to Mary Magdalene and how and why do I make these connections? So I'm finding the more you dig into the mythology of the lesser known stars, the more knowledge and information about the Grail Line starts to rise to the surface. All of the true human history resides in the stars in the sky and equal oppositely within the quantum realms of the body. And if it's a part of history that's in the shadows of human collective psyche, then surely its history resides in the lesser known constellations and stars, right out of one's sight, yet still in plain sight to see. Hydra is the largest constellation out of all 88 constellations. Surely its influence on planet Earth is that of something so profound, and yet it merely made Ptolemy's list of important observable stars. So why are these lesser known stars not common knowledge amongst the starseed community? What kind of cosmic distraction or illusion is really playing out when we are saying, hi, only look at these 6 over here, but don't look at any others? And why hasn't Stargate knowledge been channeled on lesser known stars? Is it because they hold humanity's ripest divinity? I say question everything, even the stellar cosmic maps. I think it's important as expanded consciousness beings and multidimensional beings that we start looking at the complexity of one's galactic energy signature. As none of us are only one origin, we are many origins of a hybridized photonic, symphonic, cosmic harmonic resonance that we flow into. Our soul is rhythmic and eternal, and as the frequencies shift, so does the attunement to your expression as radial light reflecting off the shadow. These galactic signatures are your expressions as radial light. You are the soul's accumulation of many elemental crystal seed forms of galactic consciousness, and you are truly the only one like it in the universe. So no two souls are the same, and they never will be the same. But we do belong to cloisters, master regulatory genomes, a root, a soul group, and higher identity level groups. As truly there are 144 elements in the universe, so we are connected to 144 archetypal soul expressions and oversoul groups that we can activate to through universal galactic harmonic resonance of solar shifts. I've had a couple readings that I've done over the last couple days where Hydra placements have been very profound. They've been presenting in more than one placement. So when things like that start happening, when I start doing these, when I do starseed charts and I get a lot of the same starseed energy signatures or the same origin keeps presenting and presenting and presenting, then I look at that more of like a universal wave, a cosmic wave, an infusion, a plasma wave. That means that harmonic resonance and that Stargate attunement and galactic resonance is coming into alignment with the third dimensional reality. It's calling forth, it's presenting, it's being activated, and it's bringing forth its gifts. And they had profound Hydra markers in the Godhead and also in the midheaven placements. So I kept picking up on a Mary Magdalene archetypal expression during these readings. And I mean, there was no doubt about it. I mean, the frequency and the energy signature was basically inside their name. So I've been sitting with this over the last couple of days thinking, how is this being, truly a Magdalene incarnate, and why is this moving something inside me so powerful with the Hydra and with the 2 most important placements in the chart? So I wake up this morning and I Googled Mary Magdalene's birthday, and sure enough, her birthday is July 22nd. So according to Egyptian decans of 10-degree segments, July 22nd is within the 20 to 30 degree segment of Cancer, which is the celestial markers for Hydra. So essentially, Mary Magdalene's solar and lunar influential expression was that of Hydra, the serpent, the snake, and cobra soul genetic bloodline. It feels so wildly exciting to know that Mary Magdalene was truly the goddess of the serpent and that this was aligned in the stars in such a magnificent, beautiful way. A Hydra Starseed carries a tremendous mission of transforming the serpent lineage and the past demonizing of the feminine on their back. Their mythology to the world is to bring the divine feminine into wholeness with the divine masculine collective on the planet. Their mission on Earth is the goddess rising and bringing the feminine back, nature consciousness back, and sacred worship of Mother Earth back. And if you are a Hydra Starseed, you're going to have this placement in your birth chart anywhere from 16 to 40 degrees Cancer to 30 degrees Cancer. It is the constellation following Sirius and is what I do feel the true origin of the Serpent bloodline. When I say serpent, I mean snake, not dragon, but snake, belly to belly with the earth, a slithering journey into the unknown underworld and in between realms of the labyrinth. Now, I do feel there is a little confusion on this because I feel some assume that this is a dragon lineage as well, but I just wanted to point out the fact that in Greek mythology, Hydra was a serpent water monster with 7 to 9 heads. And one or some or all were eternal, depending on, what you read, but the information's always varying. One of her heads is always eternal. And I find that synchronicity in the fact that she had 7 to 9 heads, 7 to 9 eternal heads. And then in the story of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, there are facts that Jesus cleansed Mary Magdalene of 7 demons. So there's kind of this going back and forth there with that 7 to 9 number. It's not only, within Mary Magdalene, but it's in the Hydra Constellation as it being 9 heads of the serpent, the 9th lunar chakra, or 9 or 7 to 9 demons of Mary Magdalene that was cleansed. So there's like this, harmonization in this flow. But like I said, it clearly states Hydra is serpent. Also, if you look at the constellation in the sky, which it is visible with the naked eye, you can see it is clearly in the shape of a long snake extending across 2 zodiac segments, Virgo and Cancer. As a Hydra Starseed, you may feel connected to the star Alphard, as it is the largest star in the constellation, and this would have been your home or your gateway or a passageway that your crystal seed forms of consciousness attuned to or embodied. As a Hydra Starseed, your previous truth origins were in fact the southern pinwheel spiral galaxy, as this galaxy is right in the middle of Hydra. The pinwheel galaxy giving Hydra that eternal crystal spiral connection to the metagalactic core portal to universal eternity. Very few constellations actually can say they have a galaxy inside of it. So Cassiopeia can say that they can because they have Andromeda, and then Aries can say that it can because it has the Triangulum galaxy, but Hydra has the southern pinwheel galaxy, and I feel like that's always kind of been hidden as well. Hydra is also home of Jupiter's ghost. Also in galactic history, Syrians were called the snake people. So I think Syrian takes on a lot of that mother archetypal energy. It takes on, all of the goddess energy, truly, all of the goddess archetypes being, Isis. And it takes on the true, water, Syrian, dolphins, cetaceans, whales, that's true divine feminine energy. But it's kind of interesting how then you have the water snake right next to it. And so it's just kind of that whole water theme right in that quadrant of the sky. Now, the snake people have been referred to as the reptilian races, as there is a reference to the Belial Sun Agenda group, Negative Alien Agenda, or the ET Invader lineages. But I do feel the serpent race bloodline, protein, and human genome archetype expression are that of its own. Some say the RH negative universal blood type is the serpent people, but I do feel the serpent lineages extend beyond the blood type. So the personality of a Hydra Starseed would be that of an individual who could take you on a journey in one sentence with a rhythm in the way that they wind and coil you into their words. You may feel seduced or even stun-gunned, mesmerized, or caught in a whirlwind of their essence. You may feel that they just get you emotionally. They can be very comforting, warm, comforting to one's vulnerabilities and to one's emotions. You may feel like you can trust them emotionally, but somewhere inside you have this adrenaline rush of uncertainty that you never know when they're gonna strike at you. If you are a Hydra Starseed, you may sometimes fear your own reactions to things, as sometimes you can react harshly and then later regret your choices. So I just wanted to read to you here the Hydra Starseed mission. So a Hydra Starseed carries the mission of transforming the Serpent lineage and the past demonizing of the feminine on their back. Their mythology is to bring the divine feminine into wholeness with the divine masculine collective on the planet. Their mission on Earth is the goddess rising and bringing the feminine back. So Hydra Starseeds, namaste to you. And I hope that you enjoyed this message today. And I hope you have a beautiful everything.